Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL Championship game!
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the fourth-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Neshannock Wildcats are the WPIAL champions!
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history!
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again! The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss! A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn, fake it to Maples, keeping himself, coming near side. Can they hit him? No! I think he got in! He's down! Wilmington has won the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And Neshannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Norwood High School, it's the WPIAL High School Football Playoffs on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight's game is between Neshannock and Serra Catholic. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, Joseph's Marcus Place, Michael Kirkwick Jr., and Castle Realty, Tri-County Principals, The Red Zone, Ponce's Insurance, Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly and George, The Crane Room, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Continenza, along with Lee Moan. And, Lee, we have made it to the first round of the WPIAL Championship here in 2A.
Seems like just yesterday, doesn't it?
It's a blink of an eye.
10 weeks goes very, very quick, doesn't it? And just like our life has gone by this quick. But anyways, yeah, 10 weeks has gone quick. It's been a interesting year in 2A. The little not controversy, but a lot of talk around the 2A brackets about who's seated where. Of course, that happens every year. You know, every other than 6A, it's always seated. You know, it's seated that way. But 5A was a little bit of talk, and 2A definitely got some a lot of talk of different conversation around who got the number 1 seed and who got number 2 seed. So everything starts here tonight with the first round playoff game.
Yep, the Lancers come in tonight with a 7-3 overall record. Eagles from Serra Catholic come in at 9-1. The big news there is we're not expecting starting quarterback Max Rocco to play tonight for the Eagles.
Yeah, Max Rocco looked down on the field in warm-up, definitely not in football attire. So that's a huge loss because Max Rocco, the D1 AA recruit right now, getting a lot of looks as Max Rocco. And Rocco, he actually trained under Walt Harris, from the former Pitt football coach. Did Max? He as an 8th grader, they said you're going to be a center. So once he got to 9th grade, he says, I want to try to be a quarterback. So they put him at a quarterback. He wasn't too good, but they saw some potential in him, and he just pretended, continue to work. And then finally went to some work under Walt Harris, and he's getting some great looks. His dad, actually, Vince, played for Gateway and lost in the championship game back in 1984, so he's hoping to get where his dad did. Of course, it won't be at Three River Stadium. It would be Heinz Field this year. So, but still, Max is hoping that Serra Catholic's going to be able to pull out the victory here tonight, the number 6 seed. They're going to be going with the junior quarterback and Elijah Ward. played last week, and that's about all he's played. So he is a junior. So we'll see how Max does tonight. Elijah does tonight.
Sierra Catholic comes in tonight with a 9-1 overall record. They've given up only 90 points on the season, Lee, and scored 320. And last week was the first action at quarterback for Mr. Ward. So we'll see how he handles a playoff game here tonight.
Yeah, 6 of 8 for 91 yards. And you mentioned they only gave up 90 points all year, but 28 was the Steel Valley last week. So it shows you where they were. And it was interesting because we talked about the brackets and the seedings earlier. Everybody was expecting Stowe Rocks to be the clear-cut number 1. But they got seeded number 2. And the winner of this Steel Valley had such an impressive victory against Serra Catholic, the 2 undefeated teams going on. They gave Steel Valley the number 1 seed. So sort of interesting. It dropped Serra Catholic the whole way down to number 6. So that's the way the brackets broke out. So winner of this game will take on the winner of Laurel and McGuffey, which you'll be able to see that. You can see that game also on lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
And the Lancers come in, as we mentioned, 73 overall. They have scored 337 points, given up 139 on the season, and averaging almost 34 points per ball game.
Yeah, and the Neshannock had a real rough week last week against Laurel. Laurel really took it to them. Unfortunately, they're still trying to deal with, Cameron Owens went down about the 3rd game of the season. He was the all-star running back. He was looking to have a great big season. Good news about Cameron, it looks like there's a good possibility he's going to be back for the basketball season. So that's good news for the Lancers. They need him on the football field, but unfortunately cannot do that. But Peyton Weaver's done a pretty respectable job behind that line in the Neshannock, but it's all going to come down to that running game, and Kurt Summerfield. Hopefully, for him, he might be able to make some big passes here tonight. They're going to need to try to keep up with this offense because the Neshannock defense does not play well. It could be a very, very long night because this Serra Catholic team, very, very explosive, which we'll get into.
All right, let's take our first time out of the pregame. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
The LGKG pregame show. Your insurance company is not always on your side. The law offices of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for free consultation. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. Lee, when you look at these two teams coming in, You can see how well the Eagles have played. It's going to be interesting to see them now with Elijah Ward at quarterback here tonight. The Sierra Catholic came in with averaging 32 points per ball game coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, Serra Catholic, you said they run that high-powered, spread quick offense, but without Max Rocco, he's not the dual threat that Elijah Ward. Ward will be able to take off and run a little bit more. Max Rocco more of a I won't say drop back passer, but he's going to throw the ball a little bit more. Rocco, he had over. Let me get my stats out.
Rocco, I believe, had over 180 yards per game.
Yeah, 1,645 yards on the year. He threw for 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He was completing over 50% of his passes, right around 50%, a little over 50%. So, he was having a fine year. I said getting those 1AA looks was Max, but guess what? He's not here tonight. So Elijah Ward, as you said, he will be put on a lot of pressure here for him tonight. He has he did have one catch this year, did Elijah, for 47 yards. But if you look at the receiving that this Serra Catholic team, Terrell Booth, you're going to be hearing a lot from him. He averages 20 yards a catch. Holt averages 17 a catch. Spencer averages 17 a catch. Pharaoh Fisher, probably the best athlete on this team, he averages 21 a catch. So we've got a lot of big play receivers out here. So this team can be very, very explosive. Can Ward get him the ball? That's going to be the question here tonight.
And running the ball for the Eagles tonight will be Mackay Dutrell Brooks, I believe is how you say it.
Yeah, we're going with Dutrell Brooks, yeah. Because I believe Booth's the leading rusher actually he's leading receiver. Yeah, Dutrell Brooks, 735 yards on the year. He averages 7 yards a carry, but he's definitely the main running back here tonight. So this team has a lot of athleticism, a lot of versatility. This is Serra Catholic team. So Neshannock's going to have their hands full with this explosive offense for sure.
Of course, Neshannock, as we mentioned before, as they come into this game at 7-3, Kirk Sommerfeld is the quarterback, Peyton Weaver is the running back, and we'll also see Mac Leone running the ball for Neshannock.
Yeah, Ionelli, he's averaging about 5 yards a carry. Weaver averaging about 8.5 yards a carry. He's got 650 yards, but I said last week Laurel shut this Neshannock offense down pretty good. I mean, they got started going the second half, and unfortunately it was 35-0 at that time. So the game was out of hand at that time. So they got a lot of the yards in that second half. I thought we were doing national anthem there for a second. So it's going to be interesting to see if that Neshannock offense can get rolling here tonight. You don't want to get in a shootout. If you're Neshannock, you want to try to get that ball control. You want those 8, 10, 11-yard drive or 11-play drives if you can, and try to move that ball methodically down the field if you can against the Serra. You want to keep Serra Catholic off the field as much as you can tonight.
Yeah, and when you're talking about that, we're talking about the offensive line coming through for the Lancers and Manos, Holmes, Schaefer, Altmaier, and Mazzocco.
Pretty good line for the Shannock, I said, but they had their hands full against Laurel last week.
All right, let's take another 2-minute timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game,
Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Welcome back to the LGKG pregame show, a law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George has been keeping promises for over 80 years. Call 724-201-1576 to let their team of attorneys guide you through the legal process, or visit them online at lgkg.com. That's Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. We try cases, and insurance companies know it. Lee, you've been through this many times here watching the WPIAL playoffs.
A little bit more than you.
Yeah, a little bit more than you. Just talk about, in a sense, just the anxiousness of getting started in that first game of the tournament.
Well, I'm sure it's the same in Ohio too, though. You know, it's the same, just a different state. You know, but just being, you got to get through the nerves. You know, coming out here, your first few plays. I mean, they talk about it, and at any level, any sport, any level. You know, you got to get hit first. You know, get that grind going. You know, and after the first few plays, and it's just like any other game, I think. You know, so but these kids definitely very, very, very excited for sure.
Looking at the WPIAL Class 2A championship brackets, as Lee mentioned, Still Valley was the number 1 seed, taking on Bethlehem Center here tonight. And then Southside at number 8 against Ligonier Valley. And in Washington and New Brighton, a 4-13 matchup. Beaver Falls and Western Beaver is their 5-12 matchup. On the second side of the bracket, at number 2 is Stowe Rock taking on Shady Side Academy. Then you got Shatir Houston, taking on Mohawk in the 7-10 matchup. And then Laurel McGuffey in the 3-14 matchup. And tonight, our game here as Serra Catholic taking on Neshannock.
And the reason we're here at Norwood, because the WPIAL steps in and they declare whether your field is, you have to have a certain number of fans to be able to fit in stadiums, or if your field's not, if it's grass and not really in the best of shape, WPIAL will step in and say, no, you're not going to have a home game. So Serra Catholic is here. Stowe Rocks, due to their situation right now, they're playing at Peters Township right now because of all the, just everybody except you right now, because you live in Ohio. But I mean, I don't want to. But anyways, there's situations going on at Stowe Rocks right now that the Stowe Rocks chose not to do a home game for the rest of the year. They're choosing to play elsewhere, and there are couple other schools that, you know, their field's not suitable to play right now as a grass field, or they're not enough fans to be able to sit because they want so many people to come into a stadium. Right now, we're not going to have that problem here tonight. So we're playing at a 6A stadium, and we won't fill it tonight. That's for darn sure. Let's say it like that. But anyways, it's a beautiful. Thanks to everybody here at Norwood High School. We're greatly taking care of us. We got food and water up above. We got a warm press box, and we're ready for some playoff football.
It should be a great night.
I want to remind everybody this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast, that's right, any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL and the Trib Total Media is strictly prohibited. What's that mean? Don't do it.
It means
don't do it.
Without permission, you're going to get yourself in a heck of a lot of
trouble, and you don't want to pay the fines.
No.
So just sit here, enjoy the broadcast, and go from there.
That's right. It'll be archived.
Yeah, it will be archived for as much as you want to look at.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's available.
Yeah. 30 years from now, you can look at it then too. So.
Exactly. Should be good as we're waiting for both teams to arrive here. As we get ready for tonight's kickoff.
Really looking forward to watching Pharaoh Fisher. Pharaoh Fisher, you're going to be hearing a lot of his name. He's committed to the Navy. In the Navy. No, I'm sorry. But anyways, he's committed to the Navy, and he is recruited as an athlete.
I was just going to say
at the Navy. Yeah, so he's
actually listed as an athlete here as their starting lineup.
Yeah, and
so I assume we're going to see him in many multiple formations.
He is the real deal, is Pharaoh Fisher. Plus, he has a 4.34 GPA. So it's very smart.
They don't take slumps going to the Navy. That's for sure.
And his older brother is. You think Pharaoh's a different name.
Sure.
So his older brother's name is Osiris.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is a little bit different also. I mean, considering the Bills and Toms. But anyways, Pharaoh looking. He had 8 different offers around the. 1 double A offers, 8 Division I offers. He really wanted to play Division I football, but chose the Navy. Because let me pull up my notes here. His sister is in the National Guard, and his great uncle is also in the Navy for Pharaoh Fisher. So that's what he knew he wanted to play in. More like the Air Force, Army, Navy, so he chose the Navy. And we're going to have another Navy recruit, Eli Heidenreich, from Mount Lebanon. Star from Mount Lebanon, plays for the 6A number 1 football Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. He's also committed to the Navy. So we got 2 WPIAL players going to the Navy out of this year's class.
Let's give you the Serra Catholic starting lineups. Today's starting lineups are brought to you in part by Michael Kirkwork Jr. and Castle Realty, catering to buyers, sellers, and renters in Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust. For Serra Catholic at quarterback, making his first start because of the injury to Max Rocco will be Elijah Wood. As we mentioned at running back earlier, will be Marque Dulatrell Brooks. Pharaoh Fisher is listed as an athlete. Your receivers are Terrell Brooks, Amir Spencer, and Javon Holt. Your offensive linemen are Drew Harrison, Jordan Moore, Danny Offerman, Joshua Moore, and Matt Basila. Your defense will look this way. On the line will be Antone Smith and Zach Weber. Your linebackers, there are going to be 5 of them. It will be Ryan Brooks, DeJour Blair Brown, Javon Holt, Michael Schrack, and Paul Pearson. Your cornerbacks is Daquan Chatfield and Pharaoh Fisher. Your safeties are Terrell Booth and Elijah Wood. And with that in mind, let's now take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Neshannock Lancers.
Looking at the starting offense for the Neshannock Lancers here this evening, 4 seniors and a sophomore on the offensive line. Mason Manos, Iman Holmes, the guards, Landon Schaefer, Michael Altmaier, and Jackson Mazzacco round out the offensive line. The 4 receivers who will rotate in and out, Carter DeVivo, Ronnie DeMace, Anthony Bonner, and Johnny Huff. You'll also see tight end Aiden Schaefer in there. Paving the way for Peyton Weaver, 11 total touchdowns on the season for the junior running back. And the quarterback, Kurt Sommerfeld, 7 touchdowns in the air and 3 on the ground for the senior QB. Your starting lineups tonight brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. Visit them online at castle-realty.com. Looking at the starting defense for Neshannock, your starting lineups tonight brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty. People you know, people you trust. Coach Fred Mazzacco putting trust in 3 seniors on the defensive line. Landon Schaefer, Mason Manos on the ends with Iman Holmes as the nose tackle. Jonathan Pallarino and Matt Ionelli, the seniors at the outside linebacker spot. Ryan Huff and Pat Argero, the inside backers. And in the secondary, Braden Huff and Johnny Huff. At the cornerback position, Anthony Bonner and Kurt Sommerfeld are the safeties.
It's the other one I like.
Tonight's starting lineups were brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty, catering to buyers, sellers, and renters in Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482. Check out his current listings or list your own home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust. The Lancers won the toss and decided to receive here to start tonight's ball game.
Peyton Weaver to the near side. We have Jonathan Huff in the middle. And I believe that is Braden Huff on the far side deep for the Neshannock Lancers. And I believe the freshman kicker, Caden Bauer. Let's see if that's Caden down there. Make sure that's 21.
Well, we'll give him.
Yep, that's Caden Bauer, the freshman.
All right, Caden Bauer tees it up at the 40 at midfield. Here we go.
And then the Neshannock band finally making it here tonight.
And it's kicked to the 20-yard line, crosses the 25, spins at the 30, and will be gang tackled there at the 32-yard line and be first down and 10 to start the ball game here for Neshannock.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Fred Mazzacco, 10th year here, Neshannock, and everybody saying before he came here, what do you want to come to Neshannock for? Why? They don't win him for Neshannock, but he took it as a challenge, and he's been in the playoffs about every year. He's been doing a phenomenal job here in Neshannock High School.
So Weaver brings the team, Summerfield brings his team to the line. He's in shotgun. 4 receivers set, 2 left, 2 right. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He quickly gets it out and complete. And out to about the 35-yard line. And gain about 4 to start tonight's ball game.
Actually going to mark the 35, okay. Just a little simple, quick out. And you said, well, what are they going to do to get players comfortable? Well, there it is.
Yep.
Make that short pass, that quick short pass, get comfortable right off the bat. So a quick 4-yard gain.
So second down and 6 here to start tonight's game. 3 receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Splits in the backfield here for Summerfield. They'll bring Huff in motion. And he'll hand it off, and he'll go up the middle, and he'll gain about a yard to the 36.
Yeah,
and he'll bring up a third down and 5.
Sorry about that. Ionelli with nowhere to run whatsoever. Fortunate to get the yard. A good pressure the first 2 plays by the Serra Catholic defense, Tim.
So first third down of the ball game here for Neshannock.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have some other scores scrolling across the screen tonight, sponsored by the Crane Room. That's where we should have went tonight, Joe. We should have drove up to Newcastle first and then to Greensburg. That's what we should have done instead of our choice that we made tonight, which will remain nameless. Not around the area, though.
Huff will go in motion. Handoff goes inside. He's going to have room. Gives to 40. Picks up the first down and cross the 45 down to the 46-yard line. Goes Weaver. Nice pickup there for Weaver, picking up the first down.
Yeah, Mason Manos, great block to be able to get that hole. We talked about that offensive line, Tim, right off the in the pregame, and Manos getting it done there. Yeah, Coach Jose Regas, the coach for Serra Catholic, in his 5th year. Also the track coach here at Serra Catholic.
That's a great combination for a head coach at high school level. You always love to have track stars on your football team.
Oh, you better believe it. And we'll talk about a couple of them here later on. We've got a couple track people.
Handoff goes to Weaver. Weaver gets the corner, crosses midfield, dives forward close to the 47-yard line. Nice pickup there by Peyton Weaver on that stretch run.
Yeah, another 6 yards. A good fake there by Summerfield, too. Took a couple players with him, and Weaver's able to get outside, find that hole. 2nd and short, so the offensive line getting it done early on in the first 4 plays.
2nd down and 4. We're down to 9 minutes, 50 seconds. Opening drive here for Neshannock.
Yeah.
Huff goes in motion.
Serra Catholic 8 in the box.
And we're going to have, it looks like a false start, I believe, against the offense.
Yeah, a couple of those track people. John Payne runs track for this Serra Catholic team, along Daquan Chatfield runs track.
Nope.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That'll be a first down on the penalty.
Correction. Result of the penalty is a 1st down.
Okay, but that's your only mistake of the night, Mr. Referee. No, I'm just kidding. You know, they said they were coming. They said they had 8 men in the box. They were blitzing, and they came a little bit too early.
Huff comes in motion from the left side. Handoff goes to Iannelli. He's going to hit the hole on the left side, get close to the 42-yard line, and gets pushed back there.
Yeah, pushed back hard by Ryan Brooks. Again, they had a couple players in that backfield, but this overran the play. So they're coming. They know what Neshannock wants to do. I mean, this sets up play action a lot.
2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Lancers.
But you got Farrah Fisher as one of the defensive backs who you're not going to beat, more than likely.
And the pistol is Summerfeld. 4 receiver set. Throws short side of the field. Off his intended receiver, falls incomplete.
Yeah, should have had it.
And it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
That was looked like there was the freshman, I believe, Ellis. Yep. Should have been caught. That's one you got to have. Cabellas, the freshman, 5'9", 155.
So 3rd down and long coming up.
Playing in his first big game as a freshman.
3 receiver set with a wing on the left side. Summerfield will take the snap in shotgun. And he'll keep faking to Weaver and has a hole, but a nice move in the defensive back making the play at the 38-yard line. He's going to gain about 5 on the play, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Let's call it game 3 on the play. Give it 4th down and 5 coming up here for Neshannock.
If I'm Neshannock, I'm punting. But that's me.
You're in that no man's land, you know?
Well, when you have the offense that Serra Catholic does,
you want them to go as far as you can.
Yes. That's just me. I don't want to give him a great field position, but that's just me. So Coach Mazzocco said, Lee, I don't want to listen to you. I'm going for it.
3 receivers set, and we have a whistle, and I think we have our first timeout here in the first half.
Here, our first Pontius Insurance timeout. Just like the teams go to the sideline to listen to their coach and discuss their needs, is what you get at Pontius Insurance. They put their attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com. Pontius Insurance. Love the life you live. Worry free. And I am going to get to the red zone sometime quick here when they get to the red zone. I didn't tell you. I told Jay last week on the air what my next 2 shirts are going to be. I'm going to go to the red zone, get them done. I'm going with the Nimrods.
I love that one.
And the Orabs.
Orabs, I'm not familiar.
The Orabs, orange and blue is what it stands for. Orange and blue. Or and B. They just added the S to make it plural. Yeah, the Orabs.
The Orabs, how about that?
Not as creative as the Obzags, which is gazebo spelled backwards. But I do like the Orabs, though. It's creative.
It is creative.
So I'm going to get to red zone and get this done. But first and foremost, let's see if Neshannock tries to draw them offside or go for it. They're going.
4th and 5, and it's going to be Summerfield handing it off to Weaver. Goes left side, and Serra Catholic is there. Serra Catholic comes up big time, pursuing on that, preventing any chance to get to the corner, and they'll turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, quarterback Elijah Ward. Should say corner, now quarter. Elijah Ward getting it done there. He pursued, and there's 3 players, but I picked out Ward because he was the first one there. So Serra Catholic, great field position here. to start off their first drive with 8:11 to go here first quarter, excuse me.
So it is Ward with Dutrell Brooks in the backfield and Farrah Fisher as the athlete. 3 receivers in pattern. Here for Ward. He'll hand it off, get it to Dutrell Brooks. And he's going to pick up about 4 going right up the middle.
Yeah, you would think Serra Catholic's going to play it a little bit safe early on here just to get your quarterback a little feel.
Yeah, I was going to say,
feel
kind
for the
of draw
game.
in the defense a little bit.
And you would think they'd cut back the playbook a little bit because, Ward hasn't played all year for the most part. I mean, he has played in practice, but still.
Not game action at quarterback, yeah. So here we have 4 receivers set. And again, it goes to Dutrell Brooks, and he's going to cross the 50, have room, and he takes it down. Actually, it is going to be Ward keeping it on the keeper on that stretch play, and as he takes it to the house. Once he got an open field there, Lee, his speed just took over, and Elijah Ward gets into the end zone for the first score of the ball game.
Yeah, it's a great fake, as you thought that Brooks had, and I think everybody else thought it, but boy, he pulled that ball out at the last second. Ward read the block perfectly, and he said once he got in the open field, this speed of this Serra Catholic defense is so dangerous. Early, 6-0 lead for Serra Catholic.
So the point after. Here's the snap in the hold. Here's the kick. It is blocked. No good. So score remains 6-0. Serra Catholic with the lead with 7:31 here to play in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by the LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
So Serra Catholic takes the first lead of the ball game with 7:31 to play here in the first quarter on a 57-yard run by Elijah Ward. And it's 6-0. Eagles with the lead. The Lancers will get the ball back as they'll send 3 deep, standing in between the 15 and the 10-yard line.
Not the kind of starter you wanted for Neshannock. We talked about pregame and the athleticism that this team has and the speed. They showed it early.
There's short kick, and it's going to be muffed there. Picked up by Weaver. Weaver was going to go from right to left, gets close to the 30-yard line, and will be gang tackled there. And it'll be first down and 10 for Neshannock, right around the 30-yard line.
7 Serra Catholic defenders around Weaver. No chance for him to get anywhere. So Neshannock had a nice drive starting their first drive. Unfortunately stalled at the 38-yard line. Let's see if they can pick it back up here.
So Neshannock trailing by 6. Second drive of the ball game here for the Lancers. Kurt Summerfeld at quarterback, split by 2 backs. He has 3 receivers in pattern. He'll bring Huff in motion. He'll throw it out wide, get it to Weaver. Weaver's going to get hit in the backfield and knocked down for about a yard loss at the 29-yard line.
Javon Holt read that completely. Boy, he tracked him down quick, didn't he? In the backfield, too. Terrell Booth just leveled Summerfield right before he got rid of the ball. Boy, the speed so far early on.
Yeah, Summerfield felt the pressure there right away and had to get rid of it to his outlet in Peyton Weaver. So it brings up second down and 11 coming up here for Neshannock.
Yeah, Fisher's one-on-one with DeMays over there. And I said, you're not going to throw on Pharaoh Fisher. You need to try the other side if you can. And I think that's going to go against Neshannock this time. Yep.
Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, we do have the play clock here at Norwin High School, which is nice. We can check that out.
Always nice to have that.
Yeah, and for you. Yeah, more and more schools are starting to get that. They're talking about a play clock in high school basketball.
I don't think it's necessary. I used to think it was, but
I'm old school. I like no shot clock.
yeah, I don't think it's really necessary. If it is, I would like it at least 40 seconds for teams can set a play up if they choose to.
It will go 35 probably when it happens.
Summerfeld will throw deep down the right side, and it's going to fall incomplete. As Braden Huff was his intended receiver.
Yeah, Chatfield did not go for the pump and go. He was looking at receiver the whole time. There's no way he was going for that. And there's nowhere for Summerfield to throw. Fortunately, he threw it long. They said these are very good defenders here at Serra Catholic. Chatfield and Fisher on the other side. They can both play one-on-ones. It allows your defense to do a lot of other things when you have shut down cornerbacks.
3rd down and 16 here for the Lancers.
Expected drop probably, I would think.
2 receivers out to the left. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He stops. He's going to roll back left. And he's in trouble, and he's going to be caught behind the 15-yard line and brought down at the 13. Kurt Summerfeld tried to make something happen, kept his head up looking, but there was no one open, and the defense for Sierra Catholic just was all over him.
Yeah, Micah Dutrell Brooks had him. I mean, he ran about 5 yards past him, and then he came back. The speed that he came back was in on that tackle along with Javon Holt. This speed so far early on, too much for Neshannock.
I think we're going to have offsides here against the defense. I've seen a couple of them in the backfield.
Not going to matter.
No, but it's 5 yards.
Yeah. Booth and Holt are back for Serra Catholic.
Number 19 of the defense. 5-yard penalty.
We'll move the ball out to the 20-yard line.
Terrell Booth, number 9, he's getting recruited by Clarion in Slippery Rock and Notre Dame College, so some D2 schools.
They'll bring in them tight for the punt. Low snap, and it's blocked. It's going to be recovered inside the 10-yard line. At the 8, it looks like, and Sierra Catholic's going to have excellent field position as they'll start in the red zone at the 8-yard line.
And that was Ryan Brooks, the 6'2", 214-pound senior, making the block. No chance for that punt to go off. Making it look easy. And Serra Catholic in business. And they're pretty offended by that 6 seed, you would think, you know. Show you, Mr. WPIAL.
Yeah. Here we go. Ward in shotgun. Hands it off. There's Fisher with the ball, and he's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, good job there by Pallarino to track down Fisher. Fisher trying to go right, couldn't go there, but Pallarino, good job holding his own.
The Eagles have entered the red zone. Make sure you stop at the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. Ward's going to keep it, and he's going to dump it off, has a man open, and drives it inside the 5 on a little dump-off pass. And a nice...
Apparently, Jadell Minifield must be lined up as a tight end.
Yeah.
Or was that are they considering that? That was considered a lateral.
Wow. Okay.
Because I thought he was over the line of scrimmage, didn't you think?
Yeah. And now here comes a flag.
Yeah, he's over the line of scrimmage.
They're going to talk it over now. So, yeah, this should be a loss of down and a 5-yard penalty.
But he didn't throw it forward, but he threw it to a lineman.
Right.
But is that considered a lateral?
Can you do a lateral to a non? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Well,
there wasn't a forward lateral. He threw it backwards.
Illegal touching. Number 52 of the offense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
Okay, see.
They're calling it a forward pass then because it's illegal touching.
So I thought maybe it was not a forward pass. So that's why I don't know if you agree with that.
Right. Yeah, it was right there on the borderline. I'll say that.
Well, give Ward credit, though. I mean, he found his man.
He improvised.
Yeah. But nonetheless, it doesn't count, so they're still in business.
Still
second and goal.
Second and goal. Ward looks over to defense. Dontrell Brooks. No, check that. That is Owens on the carry. Nope, wrong play.
That was the Terrell Brooks.
That was Terrell Brooks.
Yeah,
Okay.
my number 1's up. So I'm sorry.
I just had the wrong paper in front of me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, I thought it was Brooks at first, and
Yeah, I understand. It was the Terrell Brooks.
So here we go. Third down and goal from the 2-yard line.
Correction, it is 4th down.
Oh, they're going to say fourth down. That's right. They get the loss of down on that penalty for illegal touching. So it is 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line, it looks like.
But now the referees are going to talk it over. Can I break out Mark Shaw's? That's in honor of Mark Shaw's, everybody, because he'd be doing the same thing right now.
You got to remember, they're in the red zone. Check the red zone out at Wimbledon Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzone.com.
So Ward's going to come off the field, and Ryan Brooks is coming in.
Interesting.
They're going to try a field goal here. No, Ryan Brooks is going to line. Ryan Brooks is lining up in the Wildcat.
Yep.
Farrah Fisher's back there too. Fisher's actually going to be the Wildcat.
Fisher with the ball goes left side and into the end zone for the touchdown. So direct snap in the Wildcat to Fisher, and Serra Catholic is back on the scoreboard here with 3:14 to play in the first quarter.
Ward, Fisher, what speed do you want right now?
Yeah. So they will, looks like they'll attempt single point.
So short 8-yard drive there for Serra Catholic.
Here's the snap and the kick. It is up and it is good. And with that, Serra Catholic takes a 13-0 lead with 3:14 here to play in the first quarter. We'll take another 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
So Serra Catholic getting ready to kick it off again here in the first quarter. 3:14 remaining here in the first, 13-0. Serra Catholic with the lead, and a squibbed kick down the middle, picked up at 25, crosses the 35, and down. Looks like he's going to get close to the 40-yard line, goes Weaver. And it'll be first down and 10 here for Neshannock at the 40-yard line. So Neshannock playing catch up here in the first, trailing 13-0. They'll set 4 receivers in pattern, 2 left, 2 right. In the pistol is Sommerfeld. Bring Huff in motion. Handoff goes to Weaver, and he's going to get about a yard on the carry and get pushed back there. He gets out to the 41. Bring up second down and 9 coming up here for Neshannock.
Yeah, our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Crane Room. A little shocker coming in early. Ambridge defeating Freeport early on 6-0. We had Freeport early on in the year, and they were a work in progress, but it is playoff time now, so good for them getting that early lead.
2nd down and 9. Summerfield hand it off. And it'll be Weaver again, and he'll get about 4 on the carry, and he'll get it out to the 45-yard line. I'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 coming up here for Neshannock.
Again, our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Grab a seat in the bar, in the dining room, the loft, or outside in the patio. Just don't do that tonight. There's plenty of room at the Crane Room. Stop by before or after the game or visit them online, www.craneroom.com. Or you can, just make sure it's hot chocolate instead of beer, right?
There you go. Splits in the backfield. And we have motion again against the offense.
Ball start. 35 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
And coming up the half at Trib Live High School Sports halftime show, we do have that Veggie, right? Have the halftime scoreboard show tonight? Yeah, Don Robbo and Chris Harlan will take a look around the brackets. And we will also have the Neshannock Band and the Serra Catholic Band here tonight from Norwin High School, so check that out.
3rd down and 10 now after the 5-yard penalty. Summerfield splits in the backfield. Huff goes in motion from right to left.
Blitz coming.
And it's going to be Summerfield keep. He gets to the 45, to the 50. He may got that 1st down. And I believe they're going to give him 11 or 12 yards on that carry. Going to give him all the way out to the 48-yard line, and that's a 12-yard carry for the 1st down.
Yeah, blitz was coming from the left side and the right side, so there was wide open. Somerville was able to hit that hole, get a little outside.
They got a penalty holding against the offense, so that's going to wipe that away. There's the flag down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, didn't see. I was looking for a flag, but did not see it. Of course, the glare from this window a little bit tough to see that yellow laying on the field. So that negates everything, and the Neshannock just shooting themselves in the foot right now.
That might be the smallest flag I've seen in a while, too. A little hanky.
You realize they load those flags with popcorn?
I knew they used different things. I didn't know if it was sand or it was...
yeah, I heard popcorn is what I read before. Yeah, so they can be able to throw them far.
And we have flags going everywhere again.
And that's a lot of them that time.
Unfortunately, this is another...
That might be
this one's against the defense.
One's against Serra.
Yep.
Offsides.
Encroachment. Number 6 of the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Well, 3rd down and 14 now here for Neshannock.
Yeah, if we get to go to Laurel next week, I am stopping at Joseph's Marketplace on the way to Laurel.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Back to pass to Summerfield. He looks over to defense. He's in trouble. He rolls out to his right. He's going to fire. Has a man open, and it's going to be knocked away at the last second. Good defense there.
Yeah, that's Chatfield.
Coming through there for the Eagles, and he'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Chatfield on that track team. He's also getting some D2 looks. Quite a few athletes on this team that getting D2 looks, which you're getting D2 looks. That's pretty
good.
Yes. Remember, last punt was blocked.
They'll bring in the tight formation here to punt the ball away. 1:11 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Good snap. Gets the punt away this time. And he'll punt away from the punt returners and goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Well, when you have the speed of Chatfield and Booth back there, you better.
Yeah. So excellent field position here for Serra Catholic's offense. They'll start at their own 42-yard line with 1:05 remaining here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, so far so good. You're not playing without your star quarterback. You're up 13-0 with a minute to go in the 1st quarter. Pretty good start for the Eagles.
So the Eagles will send 3 receivers in pattern, 2 to the left, 1 to the left. Splits in the backfield here for Ward. They'll hand it off and goes outside. He'll pick up about 3 with Holt there. Arnold carry.
Another senior in this team. Serra Catholic, they got the talent to win it all, even though they're a 6 seed. I mean,
I was going to just say that they have a nice mix.
Yeah, they had a bad game against Steel Valley. Committed a lot of turnovers, a couple interceptions, and a lot of mental mistakes.
They're going to run a screen.
Look out.
To Fisher. Fisher with the ball, rolls outside, has room to the 40, to the 30, down the sidelines, to the 10, and into the end zone. Farrell Fisher does it for the 3rd time here for Serra Catholic to get in the end zone in the first quarter.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you see why he's committed to the Navy?
Yep.
Right there. What a run by Farrell Fisher. Looked like he was going to be brought down, take a couple steps back, get to the corner, and then literally outran 3 defenders. Looked like he was going to be tackled, and that's the best, one of the best speed we've seen all year.
Yeah, between him and Ward on their first 2 touchdowns, both long runs after, well, actually that one a reception. They'll go up and through, and they'll make it 20-0 here. Trailing this ball game, but as you mentioned there, Lee, the speed these 2 players that we were just talking about have coming into tonight's ball game, we're seeing it here in the first quarter.
That reminded me, I can't remember the running back we saw, Jay, my brother Jay sitting beside me from Cornell earlier in the year that got hurt in the in the game against, was it can't remember against the game who he was, but he ran at Shenango. That he played, yeah, he had breakaway speed. As soon as he got that corner, he was gone. But I think Fisher's a little quicker. Boy, was he?
Oh, he was.
That was fun to watch.
His vision too was just phenomenal.
Yeah,
because he was able to weave a little bit, and once he got to the outside, it was just a matter of him meeting the goal line.
I mean, he had three people within 3 yards of him, and then outran just complete. You see why he also runs track, don't you?
Yep.
Wow.
Should be a fun year for the track team this year, huh?
So far, looking good, that's for sure. Well, as I said, Coach Regas has that. A few of these athletes on the track team also. So Neshannock got themselves a big hole here.
Trailing 20-0 here in the first quarter. Here's the kick. This time they're going to kick it deep, and it'll be fielded at the 21-yard line. They'll bring it up, cross the 35, has room to the 45. It gets knocked down there. I believe that was Summerfeld on the return.
Actually,
it was number 10.
It's Kibelis. So Neshannock looking for something positive here. Down 20-0 early on here.
So Neshannock will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, the winner of this game is going to be getting the winner, Laurel and McGuffey, next week, 7 o'clock. If Laurel wins, it will be there at Laurel High School. If Serra Catholic or Neshannock wins, or if McGuffey wins, and then it will be the home site of either Serra or Neshannock.
It's going to be Summerfeld on the keeper, crosses midfield, dives forward close to the 48-yard line. Nice pick up there on the keeper by Kurt Summerfeld.
Yeah, Summerfeld early on, 2 of 5 for 2 yards passing.
We're down to 22 seconds on a moving clock here in the first quarter. They won't have to snap the ball again here in the quarter if they choose not to.
Yeah, if Neshannock, I think you want to. You want another play if you can.
Down to 6 seconds on the play clock.
Of course, they're not going to listen to me again, I guess. So
2,
they're not going to
1,
snap
yep,
it.
and they won't snap it. And we've played 1 quarter here from Norwin High School in the WPIAL 2A championships as Serra Catholic leads Neshannock 20-0. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAT.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
"12 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter here from Norwin High School in the WPIAL first round of the 2A playoffs. Neshannock trailing 20-0. The Lancers have the ball. They'll now go right to left on your devices here tonight, here in the second quarter. Summerfield split by his two backs will bring Huff in motion from left to right. Hand off to Weaver. Weaver has room, breaks it to the 40, down to the 35, and is tackled at the 32-yard line. Actually, check that back. That is Ionelli on the run.
Number 35, Matthew Ionelli with the first.
So good start here for the second quarter for Neshannock in a 16-yard run. This is what Neshannock's got to do. I mean, they need a time-consuming drive right now. Keep the Serra Catholic offense off the field. They need points right now. You're not out of the game.
No, just like you said, they have to cut into this lead. As simple as that. Kurt Summerfield in shotgun, split by two backs. Huff will come in motion. And it'll be Summerfield on the keeper. Gets to the 30, dives forward inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Nice pickup on first down. And it'll bring up second down and about 7 coming up here for Neshannock.
Yeah, not a lot of room there for Summerfield. He hung on that ball as long as he possibly could and then just found just that little crease to get those 3 yards. Now I'm going to try to text Mr. Dotson.
One receiver left, one right. Now they're going to put 2 to the right side. Splits in the backfield here for Summerfield. Huff will come in motion. Hand off this time to Weaver. Has room. Weaver can break it. He's to the 15, to the 5. Touchdown. So Neshannock answers quickly back. Gets on the scoreboard with 10:32 remaining here in the second quarter. They cut the lead to 20-6.
The only problem about that, they probably scored too quick. But they got.
You got to take the points.
Yeah, but they got points, which is a good thing. Nice job on the right side of that line for the Serra Catholic, or for the Neshannock Lancers. And they do cut in the lead, which is a good thing.
Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up, and it is through. And with that score, we'll take another timeout, a 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Neshannock on a 29-yard run by Weaver gets on the scoreboard, cuts into the lead at 20-7. They tee it up at center, in the center of the 40-yard line. And now here comes the kickoff. They'll do an onside kick, and ball's loose. It looks like they may have a chance to get this lead.
I want to say Serra has it, but let's see what happens. Bottom of that pile, Serra Catholic does have it.
I like the gutsy call, even though it didn't work. It's basically kind of like a squib kick.
It looks like Blair Brown came up with it. Of course, look who's deep, though. Yeah, you had Pharaoh Fisher
That's what I mean. I love the call. I
Yeah.
really do.
I mean,
Because you're down by 2 touchdowns. You might as well try to get the ball back. And if you get the ball, if you're giving the ball at the 42-yard line, it's a win.
Yeah. I mean, you have Fisher, Booth, and Holt back deep.
Yeah.
I think I want to kick short anyways.
Exactly. If you kick it out of bounds, they're going to get it right here anyway.
Yeah.
Once again, 50-50 tickets sponsored by Norwest Wrestling will be on sale.
And they're going to need
throughout
as many
halftime.
possessions as they can to get back into this ball game.
Boy, Ward's in a really deep shotgun, isn't he? 7 yards back.
Yeah, it's almost like in a punt
Holy-
formation.
Wow. Think he might be passing?
High snap. They're going to throw it out wide, and he completes it. Gets that to the 50, and he'll be knocked out of bounds there, close to the first down marker. See where they mark him out of bounds.
Ward's pass
They're going to get a nice mark here. He's going enough for a first down, it looks like, all the way out to the 47-yard line.
First down for Serra.
I'm sitting next to my brother Jay, and he reacted like he's gone, and I was reacting the same way. I thought he had that corner. I thought he had the sideline, but just a little short. Just got knocked out.
Another quick throw.
Oh,
He
look
is
out.
wide open. He makes the catch at the 30, makes a move to the 25, stays on his feet, and is knocked down at the 20-yard line. That is Javon Holt on reception.
Holt got blasted at the end of that play, but boy, no one watching it. It was that quick strike offense here. Serra Catholic, they're up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Ward takes the snap, hands off to Dontrell Brooks, and he is going to get inside the 20, down at the 19-yard line, a gain of 1, as Serra Catholic has entered the red zone. Serra Catholic has entered the red zone. Make sure you stop by at the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county of sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzone.com.
Yeah, mate.
Redzonesports.com, excuse me. Here's the hand. Nope, it's going to be kept there by Ward. He has room. He's to the 10. Spins there, and he stays on his feet, fighting for extra yardage. And it finally will be brought down at the 8-yard line.
Well, I think the backup quarterback's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's ready to play.
I think he is, yes. Great job, and boy, it taken 4 Neshannock Lancers to bring him down, but this offense not missing a beat right now. Ward is just looking really, really good. 65 yards rushing on 2 carries and 95 yards passing on 3 passes, so he's on pace right now for 100.
So Ward on first down and goal will be in the pistol. They'll bring one in motion. They'll do an inside handoff. Has room. It's Dontrell Brooks as he gets down to the 4-yard line.
Yes, Summerfield saved the tackle.
Inside handoff to number 1, Mackay Dutrell Brooks.
Yeah, scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store. And I'll be stopped by the coffee shop next week, if indeed I get the sent to the Laurel.
Handoff goes to Brooks again, and he's going to get close to the 3-yard line, Dontrell Brooks.
We will have action here on lcsportsnet.com next week, depending on what local teams are still alive in the WPIAL playoffs. We will be there. Hoping to have 4 teams alive, but we will find out by the end of the night.
It's the fun part of the tournament.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. 3rd down and goal here for Serra Catholic. Handoff goes wide into the end zone. Touchdown. Goes Fisher. Pharaoh Fisher gets his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. And they now lead 26-7 with 7:46 here to play.
He doesn't need much, does he?
No.
Just a little crease to get outside, use that speed, and he's in.
3 yards out on that.
So great answer by Serra Catholic, though. Get the ball, good field position, and then just march right down the field.
Here's the point after, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with that, Serra Catholic regains a 20-point lead, leading 27-7 here over Neshannock.
And we have an update from the Laurel-McGuffey game. McGuffey leads Laurel 2-0 with 6:32 left in the first quarter. How about that? And that was 30 minutes ago. Yes, 2-0.
That's good to see they're in the first inning, right?
Now, Laurel leads McGuffey 15-2 at the end of the first quarter.
There you go.
So
that changed quickly.
Yeah, a couple grand slams.
Yeah.
So, and Newcastle leads Highlands 12-7 at the end of the first quarter. Wilmington leading Northwestern 7-0, and Farrell's all over Greenville. And yes, Farrell still has not punted this year.
That's amazing. That would make that one coach down in Texas very happy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, not Texas now. We're talking about the same high school coach?
Yeah.
He's at Presbyterian now.
Oh, that's
college,
right.
remember?
He's at the college. That's right, yeah.
Yeah. He's at Presbyterian University right now. That still has not punted. Well, actually attempted one that got blocked.
Short kick picked up at the 30-yard line. They bring it out to the 40. As he dives forward up to the 43-yard line, it'll be first down and 10 for Neshannock there.
Yeah, but the difference is Farrell has chosen.
Chose not.
They haven't had to punt.
Yeah.
They haven't had a choice yet. They just haven't. That's the difference.
That's an amazing offense.
Oh, I know. That's an amazing team. I'm hoping to see Farrell play somewhere in the state playoffs. If they win District 10, they got to get by Wilmington again. I mean, they beat Wilmington by mercy rule early on in the year, but I'm hoping to see a Farrell Westinghouse or Farrell Stowe Rocks. Farrell and the WPIAL champion would just be. Hopefully, it won't be broadcasting that night. My brother and I can go check it out because it's just to see Farrell play will be fun.
Summerfield on a keeper. He's going to get close to midfield. Nice play there by Kirk Summerfield. Selling the fake both left and right, and then using his speed up the middle to get about 6 on the play.
Yeah, I'm a big state basketball guy. I'm not a big state. State basketball playoffs are inside.
Right.
That's the good thing. This is why we choose basketball instead of nights like this, which is a great night for football, but it's very cold to be sitting in football stands, you know.
Could be worse.
Oh, yes.
We've been through worse.
Oh, yes. I've sat through a lot worse, yes.
Exactly. Here's the snap. Handoff to Weaver, and he gets upended as he crosses midfield to about the 47-yard line. That's be enough for a first down, I believe.
Getting close. Yeah, they'll give him that. Yeah, one of the coldest games I saw was back, I think I talked about this last week, was Jeanette. When Terrell Pryor was playing, we drove down to Henfield to see him play Wilmington. It was 2 degrees outside that night. And we were just going to, a friend and I said, do you really want to go? I was like, yeah, why not? Let's go. It's like, oh, my gosh.
It's cold.
It was cold. And Jeanette blew them out like they did every other team. But credit to the Wilmington fans. They packed the place out.
It's Summerfield on the keeper. Summerfield across the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
That's one thing about Wilmington fans. They travel.
Oh, yeah.
They travel far, and they had that place jammed out. My other coldest game probably way years ago, I went with my mother when North Hills was one of the top teams in the country. Butler upset them up at Butler High School. It was snowing and windy, 15 degrees. My mother's and I watching that game outside at Butler High Stadium.
Oh, yes. Second down and 5 here for Neshannock. Splits in the backfield. Huff comes in motion from the left side. Handoff goes to Ionelli, and he's going to get close to the 40-yard line.
We'd like to see Neshannock here just methodical drive, run the clock, run the half out, and go down. Keep Serra Catholic off the field and go down two scores.
2 scores, exactly.
Yeah,
that's really got to be the game plan here.
Yeah,
try to just grind it out.
Because right now you have no answer for Serra Catholic whatsoever on offense.
Yeah, that's just asking your defense to come up big. I mean,
so
obviously, as you know, you take the points anytime you can, but in the perfect scenarios, you'd love to
just
keep their
grind it
offense
out.
off the field.
See if they can come up the long drive here.
Huff comes in motion. Handoff, and he's It's going to be Summerfeld on the keeper. He sold the fake nicely, but he's going to come up just short of the sticks by about a yard and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't fumble that ball. He had the ball in the gut of Ionelli and pulled it out. I don't know how he got it out of his gut.
Didn't get quite the spot I thought he would. He's going to bring up a 4th down and about 3 coming up here.
Yeah, but 4th of us, I'm going to give him 2.
Yeah, let's call it 2.
It's going to be, and now I agree. You have to go for it right now. You're down 20 points. You need the points right now. And they're going to have to call timeout.
I was going to say, let the clock wind down and call timeout, and then really design the play that you want to run. That's just good coaching there.
Yeah, again, coming up at the half, you want to miss don't want to miss a thing during halftime. We'll have the Neshannock and we'll have the Serra Catholic marching bands, full performances along the HSN halftime show. So check that out at halftime while you're going to get your snacks and everything. Check out the bands, because that's one good thing I've mentioned just about every week here in LC SportsNet. No other network's going to have the bands on except us. Exactly. So we're going to show the bands.
That's right. Tonight's scoring and recap is brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check them out in the brand new cafe and bakery sections, or place an order to go at josephsnc.com. Joseph's Marketplace, family-owned and operated. As quickly, I will tell you this, is Ward got on the boards first on a 62-yard run, and it was 6-0. Point after was no good. The second touchdown made it 13-0, as then the Eagles got out to a 20-0 lead. And now Neshannock going on 4th down here, and we got a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout the other way. So another Pontius timeout.
What? Yeah, you might as well continue Joseph's Marketplace scoring recap, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It was a 3-yard run by Fisher that made it 13-0, and then a 54-yard screenplay that made it 20-0, and then it was a 29-yard touchdown run by Weaver. They cut the lead to 20-7, and Fisher then got on the scoreboard for a second time with his second touchdown of the ball game, make it 27-7 with 7:46 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Joseph's Marketplace, they got that brand new cafe and bakery section where you can place an order online at josephsnc.com. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915. Wow. Yeah. That shows they're pretty good.
Here we go, 4th down and 1. We have a different quarterback in there.
No, that's Summerfeld.
Is it?
No, it's not.
No,
that's
it's not.
Huff.
It's Huff, and he's going to...
Ionelli trying to get pushed forward.
I think he's going to get
but did the whistle blow before he got pushed forward? No, they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a generous... I think that's generous right there.
Ionelli was on the carry, and he gets the first down.
I can't say I didn't hear a whistle because I can't hear anything. But to say the least, I mean, that was a generous... It looked like it was stopped.
Yeah.
But they kept on pushing forward, so good job, Neshannock, first down.
So they get their
and Summerfield back in.
Summerfield back in at quarterback. 3 receivers set. Wing on the left and right.
Yeah, they're letting this play clock run the whole way down. They don't want Serra Catholic at all to come up with this ball.
Huff comes in motion. And the ball, is not loose. It's going to be Summerfield caught in the backfield and brought down at the 39-yard line.
Ryan Brooks has been everywhere. The speed of the Serra Catholic defense, Ryan Brooks, Chatfield, Booth, Holt, just been very, very impressive.
Very active in every play.
Well, when you're expecting the Neshannock to run, I mean, like I said, when you have your shutdown corners, you could do a lot. You could put 8 men in the box because you know that your corners aren't going to get beat.
3 receivers set.
Allows you to do a lot of things.
Huff goes in motion. He takes the little shuffle pass, turns the corner, down the sidelines. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6 on the play.
Yeah, where'd he step out? They're going to mark him at 34, I believe. Let's see.
give them about 5 on the play, and they'll bring up a 3rd down and long here. 3rd and 7 here for Neshannock.
2:50 remaining in the half.
Yeah, they only gave him 3.
Wow. We're down to 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And we're down to 8 seconds in the play clock.
So Neshannock will be under the gun here, down to 3. They get the shot off, give it. Fake to Weaver. Somerville with the ball, fires downfield. He's going to throw out of bounds, incomplete.
He had no choice.
Yep. His defense never gave him anybody to see open down there, and they'll bring up 4th down here.
Brings up 4th and 7.
And let's see what they choose to do here, Lee.
Got to go for it.
Yep.
4th and 7 for Neshannock. 2:43
At the
remaining.
34-yard line, 4th down and 7.
Yeah, Serra Catholic still does have 2 timeouts, too, so if they get the ball back, they're going to have plenty of time.
3 receivers set, 2 back to pass. He's looking, he's going to hit. When he's fired, it gets, the ball's going to be a dying quail, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, the reason it was a dying quail because Zach Weber annihilated Summerfeld on the throw. Came in on the blitz, no chance for that ball to be complete because of the blitz, and Serra Catholic takes over with plenty of time.
2:38, they'll take over on downs at the 34-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we have the Serra Catholic marching band, the Neshannock marching band, and we will try to get some sports around the WPIAL. Once again, concession stands and
So are we.
open up post
Yeah, interesting how that works.
Yeah, we're going to have the same thing.
Ward will take the snap, hand off to Dontrell Brooks, and he's going to be caught in a backfield.
Yeah, Manos in on the tackle.
They'll lose 2 on the play and bring up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, on that one run by Brooks, he's really been held in check.
Yeah.
It's the other guys.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 coming up.
Ward takes the snap. He's back to pass. Looks like he might be setting up something down the middle. He finds a man open at the 40. He makes a move up to the 50 and gets down at the 46-yard line.
Pass complete to number 9, Terrell Booth.
Terrell Booth on the reception.
Well, he's shown some flashes of excitement too, wasn't he?
Some stop and goes on that after the catch.
Plenty of time left too.
Just under 2 minutes here to play. 1st down and 10.
And 2 timeouts.
Ward takes the snap. He rolls to his right. He's looking downfield, fires on the move, and it's going to be a little too tall for his intended receiver. Falls incomplete.
And Ward's down. He got hit by Ionelli.
Heavy pressure in the backfield by number 35.
And he's going to come up limping.
Matthew Ionelli for Neshannock.
He's going to try to walk it off.
2nd and 10 coming up.
Ionelli actually leveled him.
He's going to come off the field, so we're going to have another
That's going to bring up quarterback number 3, and I believe that might be Kadir Stribling. Let's see. No, actually, it's going to be Javon Holt's going to run Wildcat.
Holt takes the snap. He'll keep. He's going to fire on the move. As he gets it out, it's completed and gets down to the 40-yard line. Out to Booth.
Fans looking for a horse collar. Not going to get it, but I thought Stradling might get the, of course, he's a freshman, though, so they're going to put the ball in the hands of a senior, Javon Holt. It's going to limit your playbook a little bit. Clock did stop getting out of bounds.
Minute 37 to play here. 3rd down and 5, let's call it.
There's the offsides.
There's the offsides. They're going to get the 1st down on the penalty.
Javon Holt sold that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
You can hear him calling up here. The hard count twice, and Manos jumped off. Actually, it was Schaefer, it jumped off sides.
So they pick up the 1st down on the penalty and moves the ball out to the 36-yard line.
Look at Elijah Ward's walking things off right now, but No sense to bring him back in right now.
Goes outside is Jontrell Brooks. Takes it down all the way to the 20-yard line. Picks up 16 on the carry.
And you still have 2 timeouts left in a minute 25.
And Sierra Catholic enters the red zone.
Yeah, redzone.com. Check them out.
Here's the keeper. Work his back wet. He has room. He's going to scamper into the end zone. For the touchdown goes Holt on the keeper. As once he got outside containment, he just reverse field and just roll into the end zone.
Yep, why bring in the backup when you got Javon Holt? Made it look easy. Faked the handoff, and nothing was to the right. Cut back left. Good job by Serra Catholic. No crackbacks or no blocks behind or anything like that. And Holt making it look easy.
Here comes the point after. And the kick is up, and it is good with 1 minute, 1 second remaining here in the second quarter. Serra Catholic takes a commanding 34-7 lead here.
34, Neshannock, 7.
As we
Around the WPIAL real quick, our Joseph's Marketplace or out of town scoreboard sponsored by the Crane Room. Newcastle leads Highlands at the half 18-7. Laurel now leads McGuffey 27-2 with 4:23 left in the half. Wilmington leads Northwestern 14-7. Some of the scores going around at WPIAL. Again, at the end of the game, when we're done, tune on the high school sports scoreboard show, sponsored by SC Tire and Essex Tire and the Trib Live High School Sports Scoreboard Show. We'll turn it on the radio, or you can go check it out at triblivehighschoolsports.com.
Here we go. Neshannock will stand deep around the 15-yard line. As Sierra Catholic will kick off left to right on your devices here tonight. And it's a nice pop-up kick going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. They'll bring it across the 30. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 35-yard line, pushed back there.
So if the games would end right now, we'd be at Laurel next week.
Yes.
With a Serra Catholic Laurel game.
That will be an interesting matchup.
Yeah. What will be on the menu?
Oh.
That's your first thought. When you think,
Yeah.
you think Laurel's like, what's on the menu?
menu?
Tonight's McGuffey's getting treated to sloppy joes and cheesy potatoes.
Yeah. Did they have wedding soup yet?
Well, that was last week.
I kind of figured they would.
Oh,
yeah.
baby. Yeah, some of the best wedding soup you'll ever eat.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's always my favorite picture to show off people, and that was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure you had cold pizza.
He's going to roll out Summerfield with it to the 35. Tucks down under the 40-yard line and gets close to the sticks. But he's going to be just, I believe, shy of the first down. But a nice run there by Kurt Summerfeld.
That's one nice thing about doing high school football. Gosh. Holy heck, we got another 4 pizzas coming in.
Yeah.
They had 4 pizzas earlier. I hope those guys are hungry here. Well, actually, people from up above are going to be down below are going to be coming up to eat. Thanks, everybody here at Norwood High School. Great facility here. Plenty of room in the press box. Greatly appreciate it. And by the way, this is where the 6A football championship is going to be, since unfortunately they cannot play at Heinz Field because their playoffs, they don't want to rent Heinz Field out 3 times. So they're already renting it out twice. And plus the Heinz Field's not available the week the state playoffs or the WPIAL championship for 6A, because they have to play a week earlier because of the state playoffs and everything. So 6A will host here. The 1A and 2A championship will be the day after Thanksgiving at Heinz Field. And if Laurel or any of the local teams make it, we will be there. Unfortunately, Tim, I'll be committed to my wife, which I should be. But I'll probably have to go visit the Outlaws that weekend, so I will not be able to broadcast from Heinz Field, unfortunately. I don't think I'll be able to.
That's a heartbreak for you.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
we've been down to Heinz Field quite a few years to broadcast, but
yes.
Unfortunately, sometimes it's happy wife, happy life. So
it's probably a smart idea.
Yeah, and I know she's not listening, so please, whoever's listening and knows me, don't
blab on them.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, before my brother says, "Give me more money over here." Yeah.
Yeah, well, he is your brother.
Yeah. But anyways, and the Neshannock, they can reset that play clock. It's down. It's at sit at 2. There you go. So
now here's
Serra Catholic still with 1 timeout left. They're trying to get the ball back.
Summerfield in shotgun with 4 receivers set. I'll hand it off to Iannelli, and he'll pick up maybe a yard.
And another timeout taken by Serra Catholic here. It's not going to matter, but why not? If I'm Neshannock, I just kneel on the ball and get out of here.
Yep, down 34-7 here. 37 seconds remaining here in.
Yeah, they don't have to run a play. I mean, they just take it and kneel it.
Kneel it, exactly. They don't even have to run an actual play.
Don't even take any chances right now. Just get out of here.
Just
try to
the ball on the
regroup.
Exactly.
Try to regroup somehow and try to get a game plan. We talk about this a lot for basketball and football. You can't practice for speed.
No.
You just cannot do it. I mean, you can see them on film, but you don't have the speed on your team in practice to cover that. And then when it becomes live situations, it's like, oh my gosh.
You can't teach speed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
How
the
do you
old
do that?
saying, but it's so true. You just can't.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can't defend against it in a sense. All you can do is try to contain it, keep it in front of you.
Yeah, you can't.
And when they get corners or they get out on the edges and can turn it upfield,
and you can't bring
difficult.
You can't bring in kids from other schools to act like it. So.
No, this is it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it. Summerfeld will take the snap.
Just kneel on it.
And they're going to hand it off. And this Weaver is going to weave his way through and get close to the 47-yard line.
He'll get a first down, but. Yeah, if I'm the Neshannock, I mean, you still have 1 timeout. But they're not in the biggest of hurries here. You might try something here. Try one play if you can get it down to.
Yeah, if you can.
Their field goal kicker can maybe go 40 yards, but you still have to get 40 yards here.
He rolls him out, and
Look
he's
out.
in trouble. He's going to roll back the other way, still in trouble. Voids 2 defenders. He's going to throw on the run, and he caught it. Did he catch it in bounds?
They're saying no.
No.
Official from 40 yards away saying no catch. Down to 6 seconds.
So 1 play left here in the half.
I don't even think they have time to throw a Hail Mary.
I would even try it with that speed against you. If I've seen it many times where you try it this late in the first half.
Yeah, but you got
and you get someone like, let's say Fisher intercepts it,
then
you're in trouble.
That's the problem. You got Fisher and Booth and Chatfield back there.
Exactly. I wouldn't do it. I would probably play conservative here.
That's what they're doing.
Give it to Weaver. Weaver with the ball. He's going to pick up a first down. Stays on his feet, gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. But 000s are on the clock as we've played the first half here from Norwood High School in the 2A WPIAL Championships as Serra Catholic leads Neshannock 20-0. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
WPIAL halftime show sponsored by SC Tire, Export Tire on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Week 1 of the WPIAL playoffs. We welcome you to our exclusive coverage. Hope you're enjoying the first half of the game you're watching or listening to. Export Tire, they work hard to earn your business. They have your size tire in stock installed today. All the best brands at the best tire prices. Shop for tires online. Check out their Google reviews. We welcome in Dr. Harlan. He's got a whole folder. They still use manila folders? Is that what they use? Manila folder full of grades to hand out here. It's the final grades from the 2021 season, Mr. Harlan. How are you?
Good, good. It's time to dig into the grade book and see who did well this year.
Well, you have the information handy. You are ready to. I know a lot of students are a little worried. They're filled with trepidation.
This was a good year. This was a good year.
Ease the burden of those students.
Let's start with history class because there's a couple of schools here, a couple of teams that did pretty good in this. An A for Leechburg. Let's start out with them. Qualified for the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since 1988. Ended a 31-year drought of not making the playoffs. Big year for them to get in the playoffs. One of the stories of the year, I think, for a program like that. An A for them in history. Another A in history for Laurel, a team that had a great season, undefeated season, first since 1977 for Coach Brian Cooper. Running back Luke McCoy really came out and was up among the leading rushers this year. So an A for Laurel in history because quite a season the Spartans have had.
Well, you always give those good grades to those Lawrence County schools, don't you, there, Dr. Harlan?
That is my my homeland up there.
Okay.
How about North Catholic? I'm going to give an A in algebra to North Catholic because you got, some people are just good with numbers. You look at this North Catholic team, they've had a favorite number this year. It's 0. They've really been a fan of 0 this year. 5 times that defense has shut people out. 0 also the number of games they've lost this season for the Allegheny 7 champions. So very defensive minded as they head into the playoffs. An A in algebra for North Catholic. How about another one here? It's only a B. Not everybody gets an A. Here's a B for Beaver for creative writing. Because I don't know if any team in the WPIAL has had a more creative season. Definitely no team with more drama than what Beaver has had this year. Twice they won in overtime. 2 other wins by less than a touchdown. The only thing they couldn't write was something a lot of teams haven't been able to do is a win over Aliquippa. But he's been able to quite fit that into their script this year. But otherwise, quite a drama-filled year for Beaver. So let's give them a B in creative writing.
We got some more grades. The good doctor is getting on a roll, and he will hand them out when the halftime show continues on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The Canadian singer of the weekend is well known for his next hit released in 2019. The song was featured recently in the 2021 Super Bowl halftime performance and was a popular TikTok dance challenge in 2020. Here is Blinding Lights, featuring our Lancerettes, led by seniors Kelsey Avu, McKenna Hale, Haley Harkar, and Marissa Sad. Rachel Croner, Hannah Quat, Devin Mong, Jay Gapino, Nick Sikevich, and Lorenzo Scarnati, and conducted by senior Sam Vessel. Please enjoy Georgia on My Mind. Please give another round of applause for our Neshannock Lancer Marching Band. The band gives a big thank you to the Neshannock School Board, administration, faculty, staff, band parents, and community members for their support of the music program. On behalf of the band, this is Leah Buchek wishing you a great evening. Go Lancers!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Tournament of Bands, Region 8, Class 1A champion, Serra Catholic High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Jesse Bush and color guard coordinator Susan Frank. Drum major Joseph Cross and Abigail Bernick, and color guard captain Madeline Pierce.
Need new tires in a hurry? SE Tire has your size tire in stock. Install today. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at SE Tire. We do tires and we do them right. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at Export Tire. We do tires and we do them right. If it has wheels, we have the tires. Export Tire, your commercial tire headquarters.
We thank SE Tire, Export Tire. They help us get to school, and school is what we're talking about. Grades, final grades from 2021, Dr. Harlan, continue on.
Chemistry class. We got a couple teams here in chemistry getting A's. Mount Lebanon and Moon. I'm going to give both of them an A in chemistry because I think they've both shown what having a senior class can do. You know, that chemistry of having been together for 3 years. You look at both of these teams, you know, both undefeated, both number one seeds in the playoffs, and a lot of it has to do with that senior class. I mean, you look at Mount Lebanon, they've got a senior quarterback, running back, wide receiver tandem that's been good all year. Moon has a big running back as a senior and an offensive line that's all senior. So Bob Palco and Ryan Lynn, the two coaches, there's no doubt they appreciate that chemistry that it takes to build a team up to be a WPIAL contender like they both did this year. So A's to Mount Lebanon and Moon, both for chemistry this year. I'm going to give an A in shop class. That was always one of my favorite back in school. Shop class, you build a footstool or you metal shop, you make a box. I'm giving an A to Steel Valley because of what Ray Brazo's done over the last few years. And he's had an interesting coaching career. It's taken him from Steel Valley to West Mifflin, back to Steel Valley. You know, he's been back there at Steel Valley now 3 years, back at his alma mater. And he's really turned them into a program here again, you know, into a contender. He's had a couple tough years. Last year, they only won one game. And yet here they are in his third season, number one seed in the WPIAL playoffs, and look like a contender again. Undefeated season and conference champion. They have the leading rusher in the backfield. That always helps too. But an A in shop for Steel Valley. I'm going to give an A in music to Jeanette. Yeah, they didn't have a great year. It wasn't always beautiful. It didn't always sound the way they wanted it to. And yeah, they did have to borrow a few members of the band to make their football team go. But I'm going to give them credit for what they did. I mean, they were in a tough spot, short on numbers. Coach Roy Hall in his last season, they made it on the field every week. I mean, they got out there every week, no forfeits. In this era where teams are forfeiting all the time, Jeanette stuck it out. They played them all the games, and they got one win. But kudos to Roy Hall as he leaves as coach and to the effort they put out this year just to get on the field every week. In a conference, that Eastern Conference, which isn't easy. I mean, they're playing good teams every week, so credit to them for what they did this year. And lastly, art class. We're going to give A's to Aliquippa and Thomas Jefferson because sometimes, you know, it goes beyond football. These guys have made it almost an art in terms of qualifying for the playoffs and putting together good seasons. I mean, consider 27 years in a row now, Aliquippa and Thomas Jefferson have each qualified for the playoffs. 27 in a row. That's incredible for two teams that consistent that you just don't miss. These are two teams that were in the championship game last year playing against each other. So it's not like they just barely sneak in every year. These are teams under, you know, this year under Coach Mike Warfield and Bill Chirpak, they're contenders. I mean, they're coming in every year. They're trying to win titles. Another add-on to that, you consider Aliquippa now has made the playoffs 40 times in the last 42 years. They only missed twice in that 42-year span, once in 86, once in 94. But to me, that's an art now. I mean, they know how to get to the playoffs. So an A in art to Aliquippa and Thomas Jefferson as they make another run in the postseason.
A very positive report card. All good grades.
It was good grades this year. It was a good season.
Yeah.
All good students, all good successes.
I totally agree. You know, there were still some question marks coming into this season. And yeah, you mentioned some schools that, you know, couldn't suit up on Fridays.
Second half as Neshannock will kick off right to left on your devices here tonight. I'm Tim Continental, along with Lee Moan, bringing you tonight's game here on LC SportsNet. And a squib kick goes to the right side and will be recovered there by Serra Catholic at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that's Zach Weber. Some scores around the WPIAL. Mohawks leading 21-12 at halftime. Shenango's leading 24-7 at halftime against Carmichael's. Newcastle leading 18-7 at halftime. So it's good three Skulls getting it done. Neshannock struggling a little bit here at halftime, unfortunately. So again, we will have some type of games on the LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP, next week in the WPIAL playoffs, as long as Lawrence County teams are available. And so far, looking good.
Yes, it is.
Let's
So Ward in shotgun, and they'll hand it off. And that will be Fisher. Fisher will be tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1.
That's the start you want right there.
Yep.
The carrot, get Fisher. Ryan Huff was able to bring him down. Unofficially, first half, Peyton Weaver, 9 carries for 69 yards. Somerville, 9 carries for 36 yards. Unfortunately, Somerville only 2 of 9 passing for 2 yards in that first half. And in the other half, we'll get into it here in a second.
And it is B. Ward on the keeper. Goes left side. He gets across the 50 up to the 48-yard line. I want to double check and see if that was Ward or not.
I think it was Ward. Looked like number 12.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's
just
Ward.
From the angle of the shine on the window here. I thought it might have been 10 there for a second.
Unofficially, Ward now in the first half, 2 carries for 65 yards, 4 or 5 passing for 117 yards for Ward. Yeah.
Elijah Ward's the second-string quarterback behind Max Rocco, who's unable to play here today. And handoff goes up the gut, and he's going to be handled nicely there by the defense for Neshannock.
Yeah, that's Huff Ianelli. And also in on the tackle, that's a Aiden Schaefer. So good start here for Neshannock. Force the punt. How about that?
Yeah.
Gotta like it.
3 and out, and they will go into punt formation here on 4th down and 7.
43 yards in the first half for Dutrell Brooks.
Weaver and Huff
in
back
the first
to
half.
receive the kick.
And Fisher unofficially 4 carries for 58 yards, but that dynamic 54-yard run.
Yeah.
Shannock looks like they're bringing everybody here. Let's see.
Here comes, he gets the kick off.
Nice kick.
Yeah, and a fair catch called at the 20-yard line by Huff.
31 yards, but I mean, that was high and
deep.
Yeah. Nice kick there by Michael Shank. He didn't shank it, that's for sure.
No, he did not. And I'll bring up 1st down and 10 coming up here for Neshannock from their own 20-yard line. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, one of the bigger punters you'll see, 5'10", 220. Playing offensive line tonight, listed as a running back, but on the offensive line tonight, Serra Catholic banged up right now, between Rocco, a couple other players banged up, but so far, looking good.
Neshannock will send 4 receiver pattern, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Somerville in shotgun, takes the snap. He'll keep, lose the ball, and it's going to be picked up and raced into the end zone for a touchdown.
We just got done talking about him. Michael Shank.
I was just going to say, he just did the punt. Now he picks up the fumble at the 15 and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 40-7. And I believe they will go for 2 here to try to get to that magical 35-point lead.
Yeah, you would think. Boy, what a bad break. You get exactly what you wanted to start the second half. 3 and out, and then you fumble in the first play in your drive.
So here we go.
That's Fisher in the Wildcat, Tim.
Fisher in Wildcat.
Dutrell Brooks to his left.
He'll keep. He'll go up the middle, and he will be stopped short of the goal line. So the 2-pointer is no good, and the score will remain 40-7, and we'll still have a normal clock running here in the 3rd quarter with 9:56 remaining here in the 3rd quarter as Serra Catholic gets on the scoreboard on a defensive touchdown, a 15-yard return there by Shank.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, you couldn't draw it any better for Neshannock. Exactly what you wanted. 3 and out. You get the long field, but still you get 1st and 10 And then it was good. Didn't get to see who got the strip for Serra Catholic, but right there, right place for Shank, and then he got the easy 18-yard, easy touchdown for him. So Serra Catholic rolling right now. Again, the winner of this game, more than likely as of right now, they're going to take on the Laurel Spartans next week at 7 o'clock, and that game should be at Laurel, as they announced this year that the highest seed will get the home playoff game for the first 2 rounds because of all the first-round playoff games that are first buys. There's 15 first-round buys this year around the WPIAL, which is a little bit more than normal. Yeah, so they chose to go this first 2 rounds.
I like that.
I do too. I mean, award your high teams.
Exactly, reward your teams that earn that opportunity.
Right.
9:56 remaining here in the third.
And then chance to get more food from Laurel.
Never a bad thing. Ghost party. Ball picked up at the 35 to the 40-yard line.
We're not petitioning or anything, are we?
Not at all.
Nothing against Shenango or Mohawk or anything.
Everybody's great, but there's something special there.
Yeah. Food speaks, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Remember the late Shosh, you know? Food, phone line. It wasn't phone line food. It was food, phone line.
Now we go internet?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
3 receivers set. Summerfield looking downfield. He fires behind his receiver, falls incomplete.
Boy,
had a man open.
Yeah,
and it was.
That's Pallarino. Wide open, just threw him behind him.
Yep. So I'll bring up 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Neshannock.
Yeah, Summerfield, a senior. Might be his last game for this Neshannock career here tonight. Got a long way to go, but still, I mean, you're 5 scores down right now. Well, technically, well, no, it's 5. It's 5. It's 33 points, so.
Huff comes in motion from the left side. Handoff goes to Iannelli, and he is going to be stopped for a loss of 2 on the play.
He had no chance. Yeah, at the end of this game, we have to pick our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. We'll announce the Melee Chiropractic play of the game. All high school student athletes during their sports season, $25 visits to their office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. For full details, visit MeleeChiropractic.com. That's M-A-H-L-E, chiropractic.com. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
3rd down and 13 here for the Lancers. They'll send 3 receivers in pattern. 2 to the short side of the field on the left side, 1 to the right on the long side. They'll run a reverse with Huff. Huff will turn the corner, and he's going to gain a couple back, but he's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 39-yard line.
Yeah, try a little bit of end around if you can. But Neshannock's going to have to punt here.
So bring up 4th down and long, and punting situation here for Neshannock.
Remember,
and they'll send 2 deep here to receive for Sierra Catholic.
Remember, they already had 1 block tonight.
Here's the snap, low snap. Here comes the rush, and they get it off. A line drive kick. We fielded at the 28-yard line. Crosses the 40, to the 50, has room downfield, and is knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Goes Javon Holt on that return there for Serra Catholic.
Yeah, did I mention Javon's getting some looks too?
Yeah, with the speed and the athleticism on this team, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah. It's a great field position again as Ward's going to come back out.
So Fisher will be the receiver on the outside on the top of your screen on the left side. We'll bring 1 in motion. Hand off to Dontrell Brooks. He goes left side, has room to the 25, to the 20, cuts inside to the 15, down to the 10-yard line goes Dontrell Brooks.
Nice job over there on the far side. We got a late flag on the play, too. Some extracurricular activity going on.
Well, personal foul will be added on here.
Yeah, Fisher. Nice job holding the block out there, too, to let Trib Brooks get that corner. And for Serra Catholic, you want your tempers to be to be long right now. You don't need anything happening.
Well, this might go against Serra Catholic because they're facing that way. It is. Late hit on the offense. And he'll take that ball all the way back to the 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 there.
Yeah, for Serra Catholic, you don't need to be doing anything stupid right now because if you get thrown out of this game, you can't play next week. So, which we already saw and affected a play tonight, which I'll get into in a second.
Back to pass. Going to dump it off. Dontrell Brooks with the ball, and he's going to be down there at the 24-yard line and brought down there by Summerfield.
Yeah, it affected tonight because Greensburg Central Catholic soccer team lost their leading score with 2.5 minutes to go in the game in the semifinals. Kid got thrown out, got a red card, and their team lost tonight 2-1 in the finals, in the soccer finals. So it does probably affect
worst case scenario.
So you do not want to be doing anything stupid right now. Just keep your cool. Get to the next round.
4 receivers set. Handoff goes.
That's Holt.
Holt with it to the 10. Holt to the 5. Holt to the goal line. Touchdown.
Wow. That was determination there, my friend.
It certainly was.
Just certain determination.
Javon Holt takes it 24 yards for the touchdown. And we now have a 46-7 lead.
And the mercy roll will start.
Snap in the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:39 remaining here in the third, Serra Catholic leads 47-7 over Neshannock. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
7:39 remaining here in the third quarter. And we will have a running clock the rest of the way here with a 47-7 lead here for Serra Catholic. As the Eagles line up to kick it off left to right on your devices here. Here's the kick. The squib kick down the middle. It's going to be picked up there at 25. Little stutter step, and now he's going to be caught and brought down right there around the 25-yard line. We'll see if they give him some forward motion here to about the 25. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 24-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Neshannock there.
And think about these smaller, when you get mercy rule, even in the smaller conferences, it's you put second string in and everything, but it's it's tough though because you're smaller. Smaller rosters too.
That is.
So it's just some of the same players are still
out there. Exactly, and more than anything, it becomes the 12th man in the ball game.
Let's see if Summerfield's. I would assume Summerfield will probably stay out there since it's his senior year.
Yeah.
And he still is the quarterback.
Handoff goes to Weaver. Weaver with the ball. Hits man, right off of it. Hits the second guy. Bounces off of him and goes down at the 38-yard line. Hard run there by Peyton Weaver. Not giving up at all. Getting that first down here for Neshannock.
Can you see Melee Chiropractic play of the game? There it is.
That's
the vote right there.
Exactly.
That is
that
right
was,
there.
That was determination.
Gotta love it.
Never looking at the scoreboard. That's what you love about it.
Circle that, highlight that. That's the play of the game. We're not going anywhere else.
No. And we have movement up front and a couple players in the backfield.
And at the end of the game, too, we're going to also have to have our player of the game. We'll ask the LCAP player of the game, Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, dedicated to enhancing the quality of life of Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty by mobilizing and directing resources to assist, educate, and promote self-efficiency. For more information and to find out how you can assist, visit them online, lcap.org. That's lccap.org. LCAP changes lives.
Here's the snap, handoff again. It is Weaver, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
We try not to do two-player. We don't try to have the same
person
being
yes.
the player of the play of the game, but
sometimes it's unavoidable.
It might be tonight.
Yeah, we'll see.
We hope not.
5:15 on a moving clock here in the third quarter.
But it's going to be tough to top that play of the game right there, because that run was insane.
That was one of the most hard-nosed runs I've seen this year, period.
Yes.
3 receivers set here for Neshannock. Takes the snap, handoff. That is, I believe, Iannelli.
That's Iannelli, yep.
Yep, and he'll get out to the 37-yard line.
And what I liked about that run also is they're down by 40 points.
Yeah.
And you're still running like that.
This is who they are. This is their identity.
Well, last week, I mean, they had a rough time against Laurel, but they came out in the second half and they moved the ball.
Yeah. I mean, every team has an identity, and you got to be true to that. Is when you lose focus of what you are is usually when things get really, truly out of control, where you see 60, 70 point differences.
Looks like first-team defense still in for Serra Catholic right now.
Here's a handoff. Actually, it's a fake handoff, and it's going to be Sommerfeld on the keeper. Gets close to the 40, and he'll be knocked back there. He'll gain a couple on the play. Bring up 4th down and 9. And punting situation here for Neshannock.
Yeah, Sommerfeld had 36 yards rushing in that first half unofficially. The problem was he was only 2 of 9 passing with 2 yards.
So Iannelli will go in punt formation.
Oh, look out. Holt's deep to receive.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we put Terrell Booth back there, too?
He gets the kick off, and it's going to bounce at the 35, roll inside the 25, and come to a rest around the 23-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Serra Catholic back at their own 23.
Yeah, right now I still keep Ward into the game because you never know about your starting quarterback and Max Rocco for next week. I want Ward to just, even if you're just handing the ball off, that's still just the reps. You want to continue to have him ready and available, and just in case Rocco cannot play next week.
Yeah, and we're already seeing him go down with a foot, small injury earlier in the first half where he missed the play.
Yeah, but I like just get him more comfortable. I mean, that's what I would do anyways, and it looks like he is going back in.
Coming back out.
You might want to rest some of your other players. Of course, Fisher's still back out there.
Again, you only got about maybe 12 players on the sidelines, so.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, just numbers. Back to pass is Ward. He'll fire down the field. And this one might be, it's caught by Holt as he brings it down and takes it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Javon Holt cut in front of the defender, jumped up high, caught it, and then was able to race away from the defense to score with 2:13 remaining here in the third quarter.
78 yards. Let's just throw it up. Great play. And I think Ward got a little pummeled on that play because he's slow to come down the field. Did not see who caught him with the hit, because Ward's your holder. So he's going to make it down. He's shaken up a little bit. But he just threw it up for grabs. Holt was the better athlete in that situation right there.
Yeah.
And then off to the races.
Here's the kick. It is up and it is through. 54-7. Sierra Catholic leads Neshannock. We'll take this 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Boy, they're just poor sports. Was that on the air?
Welcome back. Welcome back here as with 54-7 lead here for Sierra Catholic.
Yeah, unfortunately, throwing up the ball in that situation does get on the nerves of some people there, but that's
it will.
Yeah,
it will.
Part
but
of the game.
as you mentioned, though, you have a quarterback that doesn't have that many reps.
Yeah.
And you're looking to make a deep run in the WPIAL championship.
And they got the talent to do it.
Yeah. And a ground ball up middle there, going to be fielded at the 30-yard lines. Huff with it. It brings it up close to midfield. Nice run and return there by Huff.
I mean, we don't know how bad Max Rocco is hurt. We just know he got hurt in the last game. I mean, they had 4 sacks last week. I mean, he took a beating pretty good against Steel Valley, so not able to play this week. Hopefully he'll be back next week. But like you said, you put Ward in there, and he needs to try to, get better and better.
Max Rocco was averaging 177 yards total offense each game.
He was the 7th lead in passer in the WPIAL.
Yeah, he was averaging 182 yards passing. Here's the snap. Handoff, and it'll go across the 50 down to the 47-yard line. Goes Iannelli. And we're down under a minute here to play in the third quarter. 2nd down and 5 coming up here for Neshannock.
Ward unofficially now 195 yards passing. 5 of 6. That's close to 40 yards of completion.
Hand off to Weaver, bounces outside, gonna get the first down run, across the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Nice run there by Peyton Weaver.
Yeah, if my math's correct, 5 of 6 for 195 yards.
2 touchdowns in the process, right?
Yeah, 39 yards of completion. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's getting maximum performance.
Yeah. Well, when you can just throw it out for 3 yards and let your receivers do the rest.
Exactly. And it's going to be Summerfeld on the keeper, and he will be caught back about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. And that's the end of the third quarter here from Norwood Knights High School Stadium as Serra Catholic leads 54-7. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
12 minutes on the clock as we enter the fourth quarter. Neshannock will now go left to right on your devices here tonight. 3 receivers set with a wing on the right side. Iannelli with the handoff, crosses the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
Our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Crane Room. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game. Just a few minutes up the road on Wilmington Road in Neshannock. Or place an order for takeout, curbside, or pickup, dinner, homemade desserts, even a crawler to go. Call them at 724-656-1553 or visit craneroom.com to see their full menu. Out-of-town scoreboard, Laurel leading McGuffey 41-2 at the end of 3. Shenango leading Carmichael's 24-7 at the end of 3. Springdale up on West Green 21-0 at the end of 3. Mohawk leading Chartiers Yoaston 28-12 in the fourth. More after this.
Summerfield will take the snap. He'll hand it off. That is Iannelli with the ball. Down to the 20. Has down to the 10-yard line and is caught at the 7-yard line. Nice run there by Matthew Iannelli. And we have an injury timeout on the field.
And Newcastle leading Highlands 25-13 at the end of 3. So Mohawk, Shenango, Newcastle, and Laurel, 4 out of the 5 teams
looking to advance.
Looking to advance. So we're going to have some choices. That was a nice run there by 30 yards by Iannelli. Yeah. So.
And don't forget, we got the Trib Live High School Sports Scoreboard Show coming up after the game.
Yeah, I'll be tuning in on Trib Live affiliate KDK. I'll tune in to them on the way home. Or you can just go to your, or I can pull it up on the internet at tribhssn.triblive.com and click the Bluetooth and do it and listen on the way home there.
Get nice.
Can't watch it while I'm driving, but I can listen.
You can listen
and check that out.
Just under 11 minutes here to play in the fourth quarter.
So LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP's going to have some choices next week. We'll definitely have Newcastle if they win on WKST.
Yes. So they'll send 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right.
And then more likely 2 more choices that James will have to make.
Here's the handoff to Iannelli, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, it looks like if Shenango wins, they're going to be taking on Stowe Rocks. I do not have my 1A bracket, so I can't help you out there. Newcastle will be taking on the number 1 seed in Central Valley. Good luck.
Yes. That's the best way to put it.
I believe Central Valley's 4A. Yeah.
Here's the snap to throw out wide, and Huff is going to get met as he makes the catch at the 12-yard line.
Oh, I saw an 88-yard interception return go as Farrell Fisher just missed it.
Exactly.
Just was a half second late.
So he didn't get to the ball, but he got to the player and made the tackle.
His eyes lit up.
And it'll become 3rd down and goal here for Neshannock.
And unofficially, I got 3 of 11 for -2 yards passing.
Yeah, they got 5 yards on the first play of the game passing.
Yeah, so but check. You can read the Newcastle News tomorrow. They'll have the official stats in the game.
Summerfield back to Spass. He's looking. He's going to fire to the end zone. Has a man at the goal line. Touchdown.
And he's hurt, though. Actually, Aiden Schaefer is going to come up with it. Okay. Got the wind knocked out of it, did Aiden Schaefer.
On the reception. So with 9:18 here to play, Neshannock gets back on the scoreboard for the 2nd time here tonight.
It's a 12-yard touchdown pass. At least that will give him some positive yards for passing anyways.
Waiting for the point after here. Summerfield the hold. Snap. And here's the kick. And it is through the uprights. And Neshannock gets back on the scoreboard for the 2nd time tonight. They now trail 54-14. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
Both running backs. That makes sense. Here to Norwin Knight Field as we get ready for the kickoff here, as Neshannock gets on the scoreboard here in the second half for their second touchdown. And here's the squib kick down the middle. High bounce, go roll down to the 20-yard line. Picked up there. Neshannock all over the returner, and it'll bring them back down right at the 20. So it'll be first down and 10 for Serra Catholic at their own 20-yard line.
So the Shannock not giving up is exactly like last week. Also, Tim, they're not bad. They're going to battle you 32 minutes. Or excuse me, 48 minutes. 32 is basketball. I was going
to say, sounds like you're ready to switch seasons.
I'm already in basketball mode. I'm looking at write-ups, and I just found out Amani Christian got invited to the North Allegheny.
That's probably because I got my red
hurricane. Yeah. Well, Amani Christian got invited to the Newcastle basketball tournament for Christmas, so that's going to be a sight. Well, because Amani Christian, they got a kid, 6'10" freshman.
Handoff goes inside. Pick up about a yard on the play.
That the Kentucky coach came and watched the other couple weeks ago. So
yeah, enough said.
So that's I might get a chance to see him. Of course, I might be having wife duty there for Christmas. I probably won't get a chance to go to the Christmas tournament either. So.
Here's another handoff, and he'll get to the line, about another yard gain out to the 22-yard line this time. He'll bring up third down and long.
And nothing against my family. Just, it is holiday time. And
it just interferes with, broadcasting.
Yeah.
Or just being a sports fan.
Yeah. I try to tell her, hon, this is my living now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm retired,
But she just keeps on saying, this is my family now. So Pontius Insurance timeout. They're going to go to the sidelines and discuss the last 7 minutes and 26 seconds of this game. You can call Pontius Insurance. They put attention to the things you own, so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online, PontiusInsurance.com. That's Pontius. Pontius Insurance. Love the life you live. Worry free. I thank all our great sponsors. Again, our scoring recap sponsored by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out their brand new cafe, which I am going to next week if I'm in the area, and bakery section or place to go. Order online at josephsnc.com. Joseph Marketplace, family-owned and operated since 1915. Yeah, if I get the chance to hopefully be at Laurel next week, I'm definitely getting some coffee and some goodies at Joseph's Marketplace next Friday night. I wish I lived in the area.
Third down and 8. Ward will quickly get it out to Fisher. And they'll get it across the 25 up to close to the 30-yard line.
That's Daquan Chatfield.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. I thought the referee signaled the first down. That was the player signaling the first down. Let's see where they put the ball.
Chatfield was on reception, and
Everybody's saying first down except the refs.
I'm looking at where they're standing. They're standing right at the sticks. There goes the sticks. First down and 10. Just had to get everyone on the same page.
And unofficially, that puts Ward over 200 yards passing on the night.
3 receivers set here for Ward.
6 of 7 for 203. Pretty good.
Not too bad. He's back to pass again. He'll fire deep on the move for Fisher. Ball's going to be batted up and knocked away defensively. Nice play there for Neshannock.
Yeah, I got to love it. Carter DeVivo. One-on-one with Pharaoh Fisher, and he held his own. Good job there in the defense.
Second down and 10.
Serra Catholic not holding back, are they?
No, they're not.
With a 54-14 lead.
6 minutes left in tonight's game on a moving clock. Handoff goes inside. He's going to have room. He's going to take it all the way for the touchdown. And that is Fisher, I believe, on the.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's Booth.
Oh, that's Booth.
Tough to see from this corner.
Yeah, it sure
It
is.
Yes, it was Booth.
Yeah, it's that 9 looks like a 2, doesn't it?
It did.
Well, the thing
Had
is,
both of us fooled.
Well, the thing is, you're seeing a 4.40 running down.
Yeah,
It could be
it
Booth.
could.
It could be Fisher. It could be
Reach
Ward.
in the hat
it
and pull out a name.
Yeah. Wow.
60-14.
You can see why Slippy Rock and Clarion are looking after him, huh? 70 yards.
Here's the snap, and the kick is up and through. 61-14. Serra Catholic leads Neshannock. Let's use another 30-second timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
And welcome back here as we get ready for the kickoff. Rob Nattel handling the cameras here tonight, along with Ashley Hutentella, as the kickoff goes to the 32-yard line, or excuse me, 38-yard line, up to the 40-yard line. We'll be down there.
Yeah, maybe we can get Ashley to get those shirts down there.
Yeah.
Maybe she can come up and grab some shirts and come on down.
And
or take them
Viggy,
down.
of course, is our producer here tonight, Aaron Vigiano. So
The Vig Man.
The Vig,
The
yes.
Viginator.
He runs the show. At least he thinks he does. Right? Look at that. He's giving us the thumbs up on that one. So our thanks to all those who've helped bring tonight's streamcast here for you here on LCSportsNet.com.
We're excited right now. Number 76, Marquise Holden, the game for Serra Catholic. A freshman at 5'11", 294.
Wow.
On
There
the
he is.
offensive
Nice.
line. How can you miss him?
Exactly.
Let's see what the freshman can do.
Here's the snap. Give it to Weaver. Weaver going to run across the 50. Weaver going to take it to the house. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
How about that?
We might have a new play of the game.
Yeah, he ran around.
high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Here at Norwood High School, getting ready for the post-game show here, as it's time now to name our player and play of the game.
Our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game is proud to present the Play of the Game award to Mr. Peyton Weaver of the Neshannock Lancers. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Peyton for tonight's Play of the Game. Peyton will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of Maley Chiropractic. Recognition tonight's Play of the Game. The video of tonight's Play of the Game will also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram, and get thousands of looks because he absolutely annihilated that running back or that cornerback. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of the season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Peyton Weaver for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
All right, our LCAP Player of the Game Award is the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is proud to present the Play of the Game to Matt Iannelli of Neshannock. The LCAP and Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Matt Iannelli tonight for the Play of the Game, as he will receive
Matthew Iannelli.
What?
Matthew Iannelli.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I didn't know why you were looking at me. I was talking.
Okay. You looked at me. I'm like, did I get it wrong? Okay.
I thought it's all right.
It'll be a customized T-shirt from the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. To view a full list of the player of the game, go online at lcsportsnet.com for the Play of the Game. Congratulations to Matt Iannelli for being named tonight's Play of the Game. The LCAP Play of the Game. LCAP, changing lives.
Yes, and congratulations to them. Now our Joseph's scoring recap, but I'm going to take about a half-hour nap. Scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Family owned and operated since 1915. Okay, I'll take a nap. Go ahead.
All right. War got the scoring started with 7:31 in the first quarter. It was a 57-yard run, made it 6-0. Serra Catholic will get on the board two more times here in the first quarter. First one, a 3-yard run by Fisher, made it 13-0 with 3:14 left in the first, and a 54-yard screenplay that ended up making a 20-0 with 49 seconds left to play in the first. In the second quarter, It was a 29-yard run by Weaver for Neshannock to get them on the board for the first time tonight, with 10:32 remaining in the second to cut the lead to 20-7. Fisher's 3-yard touchdown run with 7:46 remaining made it 27-7, and Holt a 10-yard touchdown run made it 34-7, and that was the score at halftime. In the third quarter, it was a fumble recovery by Shank, a 15-yard return made it 40-7 with 9:56 remaining in the third. It was a 24-yard run by Holt, made it 47-7 with 7:39 to play. And Ward to Holt, a 78-yard touchdown pass, made it 54-7 with 2:13 to play in the third. It was Summerfield to Schaefer, a 12-yard touchdown pass, and that was a 54-14 scored with 9:18 left in the fourth quarter. It was then Booth on a 70-yard touchdown run for Sierra Catholic to make it 61-14 with 5:39 to play in the fourth. And then it was Weaver getting one more touchdown here for Neshannock this season, a 59-yard touchdown run with 4:31 to play, and that gave to our final of 61-21.
Our out-of-town scoreboards brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Right now we have Wilmington leading Northwestern 34-21 with 8:54 to go in the fourth. Laurel defeats McGuffey 41-2. They will take on the Serra Catholic team next week, more than likely here on LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP. Latest we have still is Mohawk leading 28-12 and Shenango leading 24-7. And Newcastle is up they're up 31-13 with 4 minutes to go. So it looks like the Canes will move on next week to face the number 1 seed. Good luck to the Canes and everyone in. So it looks like there's a great possibility we're going to have 4 out of 5 Lawrence County teams moving on to the quarterfinals. So great for that. So hopefully we will be able to. We'll definitely have 3 of the 4. Newcastle will definitely be one of them. And then James gets to pick 2 out of the 3 schools, either Laurel, Shenango, or Mohawk. If those schools hang on to win, Mohawk will be taking on Stowe Rocks. Shenango, I don't have the single A bracket in front of me, so I cannot, as long as they hold on. And Laurel will be facing this Serra Catholic team, which should be a very, very, very interesting matchup, because we've seen Serra Catholic now, and we've seen Laurel a couple times.
Yeah.
This
it could be a great matchup. It really could be.
Yeah, it could be a 45-44 game.
And that's kind of exciting, because it's kind of a mixture of 2 different styles, but both of them are have had an amazing season. So
yeah.
It should be a great round 2 matchup.
And unfortunately, one of them has got to lose. But stay tuned. Check out the listings at LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP, and find out what game will be broadcast. I'm sure James will have that listed sometime early next week and see what to listen to and watch.
All right. For the crew here for LCSportsNet.com, I'm Tim Continental with Lee Bone, wishing you a wonderful good evening. We will talk to you again next week here on LCSportsNet.com. Our final score was Sierra Catholic 61, Neshannock 21. Have a good night, everyone.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered